I'm from up north, but my nephew, he was born and brought up in the south near London. But when he was young, not anymore, he's around 16, 17 now, but when he was younger, he wouldn't wear anything except football kit.
Really?
I mean, in the UK, we wear school uniform to go to school.
Right.
We can't wear our own clothes.
Right.
We have to wear, school shirt, shorts, whatever.
Sure.
And he would come home, and as soon as he came home, takes the school uniform on comes the football kit. Doesn't matter what he's doing, watching TV, eating dinner, going outside. He has the socks, he has the football shirts, he has the shorts, he had everything. And that's all he would wear for years and years and years. Different Arsenal football kits.
He's obsessed.
Definitely obsessed.
Yeah.
And he would cry. It was so cute. He doesn't cry anymore.
Yeah.
But he would cry whenever they lost.
Yeah.
I'd find him in tears.
Oh my God.
What's wrong, Arsenal? Okay, I won't ask anymore.
This is a big cultural difference from Korea and America, and Western countries just get way more into their sports, don't they?
Yeah, like really. And I mean, a lot of people in the UK, especially men, they'll get like tattoos.
Of their sports team.
Of their sports team. So, people who support Man U, they'll have the emblem. They'll have it tattooed somewhere on their arm or their chest.
Little munshin right there.
Yeah,
Little tattoo.
Little
Wow.
munshin. So you can see they wear their colours on their arm, on their sleeve. And
on their body. Oh my gosh.
It's
we will in America during American football. Most of the games are on Sunday. From morning till night, people will watch football all day long.
There'll be 2 or 3 games every weekend.
So football in Britain too?
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays?
Saturdays and Sundays, but I think they have like midweek games. But also, football in the UK, there's the Premiership, the EPL, as they call it.
Leagues too, don't you?
And then there's Division 1. I don't think it's Division 1 anymore. They call it something else. And Division 2 and Division 3 and the Conference League. And then there's the Champions League. And then there's also like the Europe League. And so there is football, there's midweek football, and then there's weekend football. And then even when the football season's over in the UK, there are other matches to be played, and people just go absolutely crazy.
So you could watch football 24/7 if you wanted to, practically.
Pretty much, yeah.
And some people do.
And a lot of people do, including my husband. But he gets up at like 4 a.m. Only Man U. He only watches the Man U game, but he gets up at 4 a.m. because of the time difference, and goes into the living room and watches the game.
Because he's got to see Park Ji-sung.
Got to see Park
out there playing.
Score the goals.
Yeah. Wow. Is he still getting up? Is he still on the team there?
Yeah. Okay. He's doing very well.
I don't follow
sports. We'll
Sports.
pretend he didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge sports follower. So, and I hear you got a very unfair comparison. I don't quite get this, but somebody tells me to ask you look like Hugh Grant.
Oh, yes.
I'm not seeing Hugh Grant.
Thank you.
Personally.
I like you. I knew I liked you.
I'm not seeing Hugh Grant. Where did you get this from?
This is all because of 남희석 오빠.
That guy.
He often would compare us to different people and say we looked like a certain somebody. And I remember one day in the 대기실, the waiting room before we started recording the show, he said to me, "You look like someone," in Korean. "You look like someone."
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, who?" He's like, "You look like a movie actor." And I was like, "Oh." I was thinking,
Good.
Who's it going to be?
Yeah.
Some gorgeous woman. And he's like thinking, and he's like, "You look like Hugh Grant." And I was like, I checked, I was like, "I look like Hugh Grant."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, you look like Hugh Grant."
Who's his wife? You mean
Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley, right? You mean Elizabeth Hurley, right?
No, I mean Hugh Grant. I was like, "But he's a man." He's like, yeah, but yeah, you look like Hugh Grant, especially when you smile." I was just never smiling again.
Didn't like that one. Yeah, but that was. Did that end up being on air?
Yeah, that came out on air quite a bit.
Oh, really?
And I saw in subsequent reruns, they would put like a small picture of Hugh Grant underneath my face when I was talking, so Koreans could compare. And there was even one show where they had us all dress up like
What
the
did your
people.
husband say?
He said to me,
That guy's crazy.
you don't look
You
like
go,
Hugh
oh
Grant.
yeah, you do. No, no, you don't. Look
Well, he knew better
Yeah.
than to say I looked like Hugh Grant. But they dressed me up like Hugh Grant. I wore a wig and everything.
Well, he speaks a little English, right?
A very little English.
Very little English?
Very little English.
He must have just heard your voice and the accent and kind of just...
He's British,
Yeah.
that I know.
He's British. She's
Grant.
British. Yeah, Hugh Grant. There you go. That's the only thing I can assume. So what do you do for hobbies? I hear you have some very interesting hobbies like diving.
Diving,
You a
yeah.
scuba diver?
I love to scuba dive.
Really?
I learned 2-3 years ago, I went to Thailand
Mm-hmm.
for a holiday, and I learned to scuba dive. And the first time
Was this
I
a
went,
honeymoon?
No, not a honeymoon. I just decided
Just
I
a
was,
vacation,
Just
okay.
a vacation. Unfortunately, my husband can't swim. Poor Mr. Park.
Mr.
Although
Park wants-
technically, sinking is an advantage if you scuba dive.
Right. But you're still supposed to be able to swim.
Yeah, you should still.
They
be able
like you to be
swim.
able to swim to scuba dive, yeah.
Definitely. So I learned to scuba dive, and I love to dive. And I guess I like to do a lot of my hobbies are mainly kind of sporty hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do yoga. That's one of my hobbies. I like to run. I'm going to run a 10K race, and then hopefully this year I'd like to run the Seoul Marathon.
The whole
marathon.
Full marathon.
26 miles, 42 kilometers.
Been
yes.
practicing?
Yeah, I've been practicing. You know, I run.
What was your 10K time?
My 10K time is 47 minutes and 9 seconds.
Whoa, pretty good.
Yes.
Wow, if you could do that, you're probably in the range. You can start doing a marathon pretty soon.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with a few 10Ks, maybe do a
20?
half
Do a half.
marathon.
Yeah.
20K. It's 13 miles.
Yeah.
And just see how I go. But I love to run outside. I don't like the gym. I know a lot of people, they go to the gym and they put on a TV show and they just run, but I love to be outside.
Okay.
And, out in the open, and I like to run along the Cheonggye stream, the Cheonggye-cheon. It's a lovely place to run in the morning. So yeah, I like to run, I like to do yoga, I like to scuba dive, I read, yeah.
Have you done some traveling here in Korea as well?
Yeah, I've done loads of traveling. I loved it. The first couple of years when I was in Korea, I felt every weekend I was on a bus going somewhere
Really?
and doing something, and I really tried to get out and see as much of Korea as I could because I thought I was leaving. But it turns out I didn't leave. And so, I've done pretty much nearly every city. I've been all the way down to Yeosu and Mokpo. And I've done the East Coast. I've been to Busan and Daegu and